Once upon a time, there was a very, very small island. Extremely small, I might add. Or was it a tremendously large peninsula? Doesn't matter, you wouldn't know anyway. We're just gonna call it a very, 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 very extremely small island. This island was called Italy? Italy? I'm not sure. Anyway, on this very, 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 very small island was a very, 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 very old guy named Baptista. He had two daughters, one named Catherine, his older daughter, who was like really mean, and Bianca, who was beautiful. Yep, it was a mean one and a beautiful one. Oh, and they were rich too. That's a small factor though. Baptista had this rule thing that he would not let his younger daughter marry until his older daughter got married. This was a problem because the older sister Catherine, like I said, was really mean and nobody wanted to marry her. Because the younger sister Bianca was really beautiful, all the men in the land wanted to marry her. Will Bianca ever get to marry someone? Or will a mysterious person come along and save the day by marrying the shrew Catherine? Come back after this short break to hear the story of the stirring of the stew. Cool, I can't wait.
Do you have any disease? Or do you have a common cold? Or literally any form of sickness? Or mental illness? Or like anything wrong with you? Try Zonkel. It has a 99.5% chance of failure, but it's a cool name, so it might work. And that 5.5% is like a lot, so yeah, don't talk to your doctor about this, but that 0.5% could be you, and you could be completely cured. So try Zonkel today. Talk to your doctor if you experience death. That's all you have to, you might die. Zonkel cures every disease.
Alright, welcome back to the totally accurate retelling of the tying of the shoe. Where were we? Oh yes. One day, a bunch of dudes come to ask Baptista if they can marry his daughter Bianca. He says, "You can't marry her until someone marries Catherine. If one of you would like to marry Catherine, go ahead." Catherine was listening and now she's mad. "Why are you trying to train me like a sack of potatoes?" Nobody wanted to marry her anyway, so they all gave up and went home. Later that day, in a dark alleyway, two of those men secretly hatch a plan. One was named Lucentio, and the other was his faithful servant Tranio. Lucentio liked Bianca, but he couldn't get to her, so he decided to pretend to be a Latin teacher to get Baptista to hire him, while his friend would be disguised as him since he had some duties to do around town. Oh yeah, and some other guy named Hortensio did the same plan, except he was a music teacher named Lydio. Meanwhile, two men were traveling into the island. The one was a man named Petruchio. He was rich. The other, named Grimio, was Petruchio's servant, coming with him to assist in finding a wife for Petruchio. Hortensio, who just happens to be a good friend to Petruchio, hears that he is searching for a wealthy wife. So, he tells Petruchio about Catherine. "Hey, there's this rich old guy who has a daughter who's like really beautiful, but he won't let her marry until her older sister gets married. So, is it cool if you marry his older daughter?" All Petruchio heard was, "Money, money, rich, marriage, money, money, wife, money." So, he decides to go meet with Baptista to marry Catherine. Bianca is sitting with her two tutors, Lydio and Cambio. They are fighting over whose lesson is first. "Latin is more important than music." "But music is cool though." "That doesn't matter. It's not important." "Yes, it is. Hey, Bianca, watch me play this note block." It was already too late for Hortensio though, because Bianca says, "Sorry, Lydio, I am in love with Cambio. My name is not Cambio. It is Lucentio." "Yeah, and my name is actually Hortensio." "Oh, okay. Bye, Hortensio." "Bye." That was fast. Well, I guess Bianca already chose Lucentio, but she's not allowed to marry him yet. Perfect timing. Petruchio shows up to ask Baptista if he can meet with Catherine. "Yes, I guess so, but I do have to warn you. She is really mean." Catherine enters, and it's just her and Petruchio. "You're ugly." "Thanks. You're very beautiful as well." Basically, she says mean stuff to him, and he reacts as if she said something really nice. Baptista comes back in and asks how everything is going. Terribly. She's just joking. We have decided that our marriage will be in 3 days. Obviously, he just made that up, and they had been arguing the whole time. Baptista is happy and confused because his shrewd daughter is getting married, while Catherine is angry because Petruchio tricked her. Petruchio is happy knowing that he will be richer in a few days. Much richer in a few days. Petruchio leaves and goes back home. Baptista and the household start getting ready for the marriage. When the few days had passed, it was finally time for the marriage. Everyone was waiting because Petruchio was late. He finally showed up wearing torn up clothes. This is embarrassing. Nah, it is fine. They do the wedding, and Petruchio makes Catherine leave before the after party. He takes her on a long trip home. They arrive late at night, and he starts yelling at the servants. Where is the food? It's overcooked. We won't eat that. It's fine. No, it is not. We will have to go to bed with no food. So, they try to fall asleep hungry. Back with Baptista, he goes to Bianca. You can now get married, I guess. Oh, well, I already secretly got married with Lucentio disguised as Cambio. Oh, okay. 2 days later, Petruchio and Catherine are invited to a feast at Baptista's house. They decide to go, and conveniently, so does literally everyone else in the story. Oh yeah, remember Hortensio? He went and got married to a rich widow. All the men are sitting at a table, having a drink. They're all friends now, I guess.